Hey everyone, thanks for listening to the Reel-ists podcast. Today's episode is going to cover the movie Winchester. We're going to see if it added anything to the horror genre overall, our thoughts on it, and if it added anything to the Winchester House story. So definitely stay tuned for episode 11 of the Reel-ists podcast. Hey everyone, I'm Oscar.
I'm Donald. Oh no, wait, I'm Donnie. I'm gonna go by Donnie.
Movies he likes, he's Donnie. Movie doesn't like, he's Donald.
All right, consistently it'll be Donnie from now on. Sorry.
And we also have our producer Ruben here as well.
Hi.
All right.
Ruben said,
Cardi B.
Ruby, our
Ruben
producer.
does not approve of that comment of that. But yeah, thank you everyone for listening to today's episode. We're 11 episodes in. We're getting this rolling. We're starting to get this on Thursdays now. I'm sure you guys are listening to it. I do want to just say we have some news. We are now on Spotify.
Hey, Spotify.
We did it. We
finally no longer like, we'll be on Spotify soon. Look out for us on Spotify coming soon.
Spotify, treat us.
Right. Now we are officially there.
We are officially there. And YouTube as well.
Nice.
So we're going everywhere.
We're taking over. We out here. We them boys.
But yes, I mean, we just got to thank all our listeners and followers on social media,
Yes,
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We appreciate all the comments, everyone liking our posts. It's really making us, excited to keep doing these episodes. So thank you so much,
Thank
everyone.
you guys. Thank you. Go Team Reel-ists.
Team Reel-ists. That's Team Reelists. In case you guys were wondering.
We should make like a song, like a rap song.
With DJ
DJ Apnick. Maybe he can like come up with a beat and we'll just be like,
like we.
Hey, Team Reel-ists, we out here. REELIST out here.
When we want to
I don't know. Something
we'll
like
get into the music business.
All right, yeah, we'll try that. Maybe when we're not doing a podcast.
Check out our other.
That's our other podcast for all you music lovers out there.
All right. So yes, today's movie, Winchester. Donnie, you've been to the Winchester House. Oh, that's your overall thoughts. All right, guys, that was it. That was the episode.
Sorry. Yes. No, to answer your question, Oscar, yes, I have been to the Winchester Mystery House.
And did you like it? I mean, did this do anything to the movie? Going to see the movie? Or you like?
So, I went to the Winchester House like not too long ago, probably like maybe 2 years ago. When I was still living in Northern California, and I was really excited, like when we first saw the trailer to this movie and saw that they were making a movie about it, and I was excited to see it, but the movie didn't really like add much to the story of the Winchester House.
Yep,
like
I agree.
I was really hoping like it would like go very like more in depth into the story than what it did, and I was hoping that like I don't know, that I would walk away, kind of thinking about it in a different way, but yeah, no, it didn't really do much for me.
All right.
It sucks too. I really wanted to like this film. Like I really was like pretty like optimistic about it, and like Helen Mirren and I think Jason Clarke.
Yes, Jason Clarke.
I like them. I've in other movies, so I was pretty excited about that. But yeah,
it just did not. All right, we'll definitely go into that with more thoughts. But just to explain, for those that, in case, are not aware of what Winchester is, it's about the most haunted house in the world that sits on an isolated stretch of land that's 50 miles outside of San Francisco in the San Jose area. Not our hometown, but like our home area.
Yeah.
The Bay Area, the home area. It's built by Sarah Winchester, heiress to the Winchester fortune. It stands 7 stories tall and contains hundreds of rooms. To an outsider, it looks like a monstrous monument, but it is like a disturbed woman's madness, they kind of say it as, for outsiders. But she's actually building a prison, an asylum for hundreds of vengeful ghosts. And the most terrifying among them have to score a settle with the Winchesters. So that's generally the story of the Winchester House overall, too. My initial thoughts on this, I haven't been on the inside, so that was one thing I was hoping to get away with, was kind of being able to see the inside without actually going for this movie.
Right.
it did make it look like an interesting house. If anything, I do kind of want to go there now just to really look at how it really is.
I feel like they like barely even like scratched the surface of. I mean that mansion is humongous. Like there's so much to see, and I feel like they showed you a couple of the key features of it. You know, certain staircases that lead to nowhere and different things like that. But
nice little teases.
Yeah, little teases, but they didn't show like as much as they should have shown.
Right. The movie failed to promote the Winchester House to go see it for what it was. I just really want to see this like size of it in person. You know, to see it on movies always is one thing, but to really see it in person, that's what I wanted to come from for that. You know, but it didn't do anything to really be like, I want to specifically see this room. Because probably those rooms don't exist that we saw in the movies. Like they.
Well, I was thinking too, because when I was seeing the movie, I was like, man, the mansion doesn't look as grand and huge as it is. Same areas. Because they kept showing the same areas. But then I was thinking, well, because they were still doing construction in the movie.
True.
So maybe like some of the thing, you know, and this was before the 1906 earthquake. So maybe some of the rooms that were built after that they weren't built yet for the film. So maybe that's why. I don't know. I was just like, I just kept thinking in my head, man, like they're not showing a lot.
They did not. It's unfortunate, but this movie is essentially a scary ghost movie with the theme of the Winchester House surrounding it. It is not a story about the Winchester House. Yeah. And that is the biggest thing that is hurting it.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that kind of like irked me.
Because if they would have went with the whole, was she really mad, or was this really like her really seeing kind of ghosts or spirits or something in that manner? That would have been great. But this really just became one specific ghost that just had enough energy to fight for a little bit.
It's like there was no point to even bring up the Winchester House because you were focusing on one specific ghost. Yeah. It was one ghost story. Like it wasn't about, you know, like And then I'm so frustrated. I don't even know what to say.
They also twisted the plot too. Because the story is that she built this house, and the way she built it was so that the ghosts can't find her, and that like they get lost in the house.
Correct.
They switched this up to
she's building rooms for them
for their peace, like kind of like
because she felt guilty, right? No, exactly, and that was another thing. It's like and they tell you all of this on the tour. Like it's like a freaking 2-hour tour, I think, if memory serves me correct. But and one of the reasons why people come to this is because of the story and the legend. And it was because she was trying to confuse all these spirits and ghosts that were supposedly haunting her. She kept building all these rooms to confuse them, and so they would get lost. And that's why you have all these, you know, oddities, all the staircases that lead to nowhere, all the doors when you open and there's just a wall behind it. Like that's why the Winchester House is like that. She's trying to confuse the ghosts. So the fact that they said, you know, she's trying to make peace with the ghosts and offer them a place to live because she feels guilty that the Winchester killed them. Like I was like, all right, I mean. And I guess, but that's not really true. But I mean,
and that's the thing, that it's just like this movie had an opportunity to explore a different side of horror, not necessarily she's actually being haunted kind of horror, but really in the sense of, was she really mad? Like, had they really focused on her being evaluated by Jason Clarke's character, this would have been a whole different thing. Like the character Eric really was trying to assess her, but he got distracted by the whole like bumps that go at night, and it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate because Sarah Winchester was not the main character. She's promoted as such in the trailers and the posters, but she is not. This is Jason Clarke's movie, with Sarah Winchester as the secondary, and as well as I believe it was like the niece and the
niece, so,
and
then that little boy, the niece's son, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it was like that family, the Winchester family, was not important to this movie,
right?
Like
that's what I'm saying. Like it could have been like Eric could have been going to any haunted house and been treating any, you know, person who claimed they were getting haunted by ghosts, and, you know, to evaluate them to see if they were mentally insane or not.
It just failed.
And then it had that whole like, you know, you have Eric who's like the doctor, and Helen Mirren, who plays Sarah Winchester, she's like the, you know, she's the one being evaluated. But then when he comes, it's like, oh, but the tables turn, and, you know, now like she's the one kind of teaching him about all the spirits and the ghosts, and then he's like, you know, like you said, he's hearing the things that go bump in the night, and now he's kind of becoming, in a sense, like on the other end of it, like, you know, no longer there to like evaluate or assess Sarah Winchester, but like kind of in a way to like learn from her a little bit. And
he did it. And the character, I understand what he was trying to do, but he was really going through the house at night. Why would you go at night? That is just one that I just still like. Go to bed. Like, why are you're not supposed to investigate the house.
If I was Sarah Winchester, I'd have been like, excuse me.
Exactly. I'd have been like, think you are? Yeah, no, this is not a thing.
This isn't why you're here, so you can turn around and go back into the room that you're staying in.
But yes, that was one. I mean, there was just some decisions like that really was just not clear. And the other thing I didn't like, I get for the character backstory, but they had his wife that was killed by a Winchester gun be involved in this house. Mm-hmm. She really wasn't. It didn't make sense because the point is the ghost to haunt Sarah, or is like trying to, get back for that. Yeah. So they haunt Sarah. Why would she be there? She killed herself. That was not the gun's fault. That was that was Eric's wife's own doing. Yeah. So I get like.
So how could she be trying to like haunt Sarah Winchester, right? Or like try to get revenge for that?
Because Sarah built her the garden that she died in. Like she it was like, really? Yeah. Like that doesn't sound like a reason why I would go haunt someone. I would haunt in this situation, I would haunt him. I would haunt Eric, not Sarah Winchester. Yeah. So a lot of those decisions, but it's unfortunate because I
just feel like I feel like the movie just had a lot of potential. Like this,
it did.
It could have been a really, really interesting film, and I feel like it just followed kind of like stereotypical haunted house movie cliches. You know?
And the jump scares too. Like,
and
like the scenes where it's coming.
You know it's coming.
You still go like, oh dang, I didn't see.
I don't know. I mean, I like kind of cover my eyes a little bit. You plug your ears, I cover my eyes. We're like anticipating the jump scare.
We work together.
Teamwork. That's how we get through it.
But yeah, I mean, it's still. I mean, yes, I'll give it so that it's still in some respects a horror film. So if you do like those little things, it's worth looking into this. But yeah, you're not walking away with ranking this as probably high on your list. You're probably putting this in the I don't want to remember this bin. You're like tossing this aside. It was like a TV special kind of like thing.
I mean, like when I think about the movie, I think like it'd be a fun one to like like if you were at home with all your friends and you guys are like, let's have a scary movie night, pop some popcorn and like throw on a DVD
and make fun of the movie
and and like jump at the jump scare parts and then kind of like make fun of and laugh at all the other parts. Like I don't think it was a like super boring film or anything like that. Right. It was entertaining. It just was it was a little
misleading.
It was misleading and a little lackluster and got some of the history wrong. So I don't know. Maybe our expectations were too high.
It's possible. I mean, we really wanted to know more about the Winchester House and Sarah, and this just it was kind of like one of those little things where it knows what it wants to do, but it's trying to please what everyone will want, like what everyone's gonna want. To be scared. So it resorts
to
what
people would want in a horror film.
They want jump scares. They want a ghost, Yeah. And then it was weird.
So it was the one ghost that the story was kind of focusing on.
Well, it was the most powerful one. It was the one that was actually able to, I guess, fight back. Yeah. Because there was other ghosts that were making a presence. Right. But they were kind of just like it felt like they were living there, like they're just residents, so they're just doing the passing by. They weren't well, I mean, that's what it looked like, because the main one that was scaring them was that main ghost. Yeah. Which I don't even know if they had a name.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I mean, I'm sure he had a name, but I don't remember it.
We're going to call him Baghead. But yeah, like that was the main one. He was the jump scares mainly came from him with a few other ghosts here and there. Mm-hmm. So it's just one that you don't care about the ghosts. This movie is not about the actual ghosts. This movie should have been really, was Sarah Winchester mad? Mm-hmm. Did she really have a reason why she was doing this? That's what it should have dealt, because that's horror in a different way. We don't need jump scare horror. We need horror of like...
I want like horror that keeps my mind going at night.
Exactly.
And like keeps me thinking like, was she insane? Maybe she wasn't insane. Like that kind of, it makes you question.
Exactly. Because then you walk away thinking about it more. Here we're walking away... disappointed and talking about the things that it should have done, and that's never a good sign for a movie.
Right.
So, but I mean, I'm sure you had at least a scene, right? A favorite scene?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. I guess I'm laughing because it's like, I guess the climax of like when
the credits.
No. When the end credits started going up. No, it wasn't. It was when Eric finally, when he loaded the rifle with the bullet that had his bullet that had the engraved. What is it? Together Forever or something. Yep, yeah. Something like that. And then he shot and killed he shot the main ghost or something.
Right. But the bag which was part of the ghost stayed.
Right. Like it didn't. Yeah. I was like, how does this work?
I was like, so this bag was borrowed?
I needed like physicists to explain how that could possibly work. But no, that was my favorite scene, I guess. Just because it's it's always like a lot of people like the climactic scene where it's like you finally get him or whatever, and I don't know. I thought that scene was cool.
My favorite scene was
I knew he was gonna shoot him.
Well, and
like it's not like he was gonna miss and like and now he's still here.
Well, that would be cool
somewhere.
if there was at least one unexpected twist.
That would have been cool, yeah. But I was like, yeah, you got him.
I mean, I also was open to maybe this is how Sarah Winchester dies. But that would have been a different angle as well.
Oh yeah.
I actually don't know how she died, so I don't know if it was. I doubt it was a ghost related thing. I'm sure. It was
I don't remember how she died. They said it on the tour, but after
I'm sure
after an hour 45 minutes, I was like, okay.
It wasn't a ghost killing her though, for sure. I don't confident think so, that was it. My favorite scene was when the boy, Henry, that was living in the house with them, was possessed. And he actually was very close of killing Sarah Winchester. Mm-hmm. Because that was just, like, exciting in the sense of, like, he's right there. And, like, he just kept missing, unfortunately. I don't know if that was just the ghost with bad aim or if that was because he was a kid. I don't know what the factors was to him missing.
That was scary. Like, the whole, like, that boy being possessed and, like...
Because the eyes
were all grayed, washed out, and, like, it's just... That always freaks me out a little bit.
That was my favorite scene. I really enjoyed that shock of, like, oh, he's right there. And then she's like, he's firing, though. That definitely was my favorite scene. I think it's not our favorite scene, but I just wanted to talk about it, was when Eric was finally resolving this entire thing for like his wife and was finally putting an end to it, and all the ghosts surrounded them.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, this is Thriller.
I know, that was like, it really was, dude. If
it felt like it, because
I would have died of a heart attack if I was Eric in that moment. Just like it would have the movie would have been over. Donnie that dropped dead. That's it. Ghost didn't have to do anything. My heart just gave out.
And then you would join them.
Right. Dance. And then I start busting out my Michael Jackson moves.
I just love that part because it my joke for it ruined the scene. I'm sure that was supposed to be one of those scenes where you're supposed to really understand that all the ghosts are not there to haunt. They're there to really just get peace or get like, settlement kind of thing. Which would explain why they had their own rooms, what it felt like. Mm-hmm. It was like, if you died and you were killed by Winchester, you get a free
room at the Winchester Mansion for for eternity.
I was like, it's like they're like heaven. Like they got their own like room. They designed it based on how they died.
What if you got like one of the small super rooms that's like, it literally only fits like a single body in it and that's it? How pissed would you be?
I'm like, really? I'd be really mad.
Why does Steve 3 doors down get like the big mansion suite?
Or why does Eric's wife get a garden? I don't get.
Right. They get the whole east wing, and I get this little 1 foot
little closet space. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's unfortunate that it didn't focus on the premise of the story, the Winchester House. I think more details on that. Speaking of which, one of the things that they also try to twist, they try to make that the spirits of this place, because of that big bad ghost that was trying to beat Sarah or kill Sarah, because of their presence, they caused the earthquake, the big 1905 or 1906 earthquake. Mm-hmm. I was like, it was a fun idea to kind of be like, well, maybe this was the reason why.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're just like, that was San
Jose. I wasn't buying it.
Right. And that was San Francisco that had the impact.
I could see if the earthquake was centered in San Jose.
Right. It was like one of those. I was like,
that was a reach, but it's all right. we'll roll with it.
And then they try to claim it as the most haunted. I'm like,
Yeah, so that's another thing, like the most haunted. It said the most haunted mansion in North America.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so you're talking Mexico, Canada, and the U.S.
It was one of those that it just did not.
Yeah, I wasn't buying it. I mean, I'll tell you, I don't know what the most, I don't know much about haunted houses or where most of them are located or whatever, but I doubt that the Winchester mansion is the most haunted one in North America. I mean, and they have so, I feel like if it really was, I mean, like right now they have are you saying to this day it's still the most haunted? Because it's like they have all these tours and like there's so many people going through there during the day, during the night. So it's like,
exactly.
You know, I feel like somebody would, if it really was that haunted, like more things would happen. There'd be like more accidents or deaths or like people would see things. Like, you know, I just don't buy it.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that
Again,
one.
another reach that...
I mean, I'm not going to go spend the night there by myself now. Like, let's not get crazy, but...
There's a price. I'm sure there's a price you're willing to spend.
Spend the night by myself in there?
10,000?
No, I don't. I swear to you, I don't think there's an amount of money that would make me spend the night there by myself. I don't think I would survive the night.
By yourself. So that's the main thing. If it was like...
Yeah, like if you were there, yeah, like I would, yeah, if somebody was there that I can like... hold on to them all night.
Oh my god. try to like just I get it. I get what you're saying.
Would you'd spend the night there by yourself? $1 million?
Not an empty room. No, I don't want them to throw me to an empty room. It'd have to be like a room
with like a bed and stuff.
Yeah, it just has that kind of.
Dang, you're brave.
But not for cheap. I mean, I'm talking like $1 million or guarantee me to be in the next Avengers or something.
Oh, wow, okay.
You know, big changing life moment. Not like here's $500. Here's a gift card to Walmart.
I'll fill up your gas tank.
Right, exactly.
I'll buy your plane ticket there and back, and that's it.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it was a lot of reaches. Just we didn't believe him. Okay. It was sad, but
yeah.
With that being said, I think we're ready for our real score. Mm-hmm. Now you've gotten so good on mine, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you decide what you think mine is for this movie.
Okay. Ooh, let's see. All right, I think you're gonna give it. I think you're gonna give it. I don't want to say. I feel like we're gonna have the same score, honestly.
Well, what's your score?
No, I want to guess yours.
But it's your score too. But okay.
Okay, I think you're gonna give it a 1.5 out of 5.
Wow, 3 for 3.
Really?
Yeah,
that's my score too. That is my. I knew we were gonna have the same score. That's our lowest score since we've been doing this podcast.
Yes, that has officially. Yeah.
Dang.
I think the lowest I had was. I'm trying to think now. What was it? It was a 2.5.
2.5 probably. I think the lowest I had was like a 3.
Yeah. No, I think you had a 2.5 too. Proud Mary had a 2.5 for
me.
Did it?
I feel like maybe I scored it higher.
I thought we had the same score.
I don't know. We can go back and find out. Ruben, find out. Producer.
Should we make notes of these movies?
I know. We should keep like a little
but for
list.
Sure, it is the lowest.
Yeah.
On our list.
1.5. Wow.
And I'm only giving it its pros for its actual horror aspect, not in relation to the Winchester House, but just because, you know, it is a horror film, so you will get your jump scares. This definitely is like one of those things where if you really want to kind of get your kid to get used to scary movies, this might be a good
It'd be a cool one.
Right. It's like your little training
It's not
wheels.
too gory or too graphic or, you know.
Right, but it has its jump. It's at a house, so that definitely can, like, you know, get a kid like, oh my gosh, this is scary because this is a house. It could be my house kind of thing. So I give it I mean,
I don't. Are you encouraging people to take their kids to see this movie?
I think I know why. I think you know why this discussion is coming up. We saw a young kid in this movie next to us, very young.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is he doing in here?
It was like I don't know if I want to see this. I you know, in that Modern Family moment when Cam and Mitch were trying to tell the parent not to do it, and they thought they went into a scary movie, and turns out they were in the Muppets. So they were just like, I really think this is not a film.
Did I see that episode?
I mean, it was an early season.
Okay,
one,
maybe I haven't seen it.
It was. I felt exactly like that. I felt like we had to intervene and be like, so you shouldn't have your kid to this one. This is a really scary movie. I heard it's really scary.
Yeah,
and they're gonna be like, this is Panic.
They're like, right. This is Finding Dory 3 or something.
But yeah, I think that's why I'm bringing it up, because I can understand if you love horror and you want your kids to kind of be able to watch this with you.
Yeah.
You want to train them. You don't want to throw the warts at them because then they're never going to want
No,
to
this is, I can for sure, like, see, like, if a kid was like, Mom or Dad, I really want to see this movie? And the parent's like, it's scary. It's scary. And they're like, no, I won't be scared. Like, I could see the parent being like, okay, we'll go see Winchester then.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
I could totally see that.
So definitely a training wheel.
Yeah.
You really want to get used to like not getting
Get
scared.
your feet wet.
This is one that you can watch. You have your jump scares, but it's not all terrifying.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1.5 is our lowest.
Yeah, it is 1.5. I give it 1.5 just because it was, like I said, it was entertaining. Had its jump scares, and I liked Jason Clarke and Helen Mirren.
If anything, I think this is probably like a very slight pro, but it gets to talk about the Winchester House going.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm sure, people that didn't grow up in the Bay Area or California or who have never heard of Winchester House, I'm sure after seeing the trailer or seeing the movie, they've, went and Googled it and looked up, some information on it. Not everybody, obviously, but I'm sure some people did. So,
exactly.
Definitely brought it back into, like, people's minds and made it a little relevant again.
Exactly. If anything,
so that's a good thing. I wonder if if the Winchester will probably start getting more tours now that the movie came out, if it'll entice people to.
Not because it's not doing well performance wise, critics wise, and box office wise. I don't know. Maybe it might bring up some revenue, but I don't think it's going to be like we've seen exponential growth in the last 4 weeks since the movie. Maybe we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that. Producer Ruben.
Will we though? Are we gonna get that task to Ruben?
We want updates, weekly updates. But yeah, so all right, 1.5 is our score.
Yes, sir.
Everyone that listened, let us know if you agree, disagreed.
What if everyone was like, I totally disagree. I'm never listening to you guys' podcast again. You guys clearly don't know what a good movie is. I'd be like, dang, we need to watch that movie again because obviously we missed something.
We went in happy. Like, we got a large popcorn. We were large
ready,
soda.
Yeah.
We were
For
good.
real. We were like ready.
Exactly. So I don't think it's us. I
definitely want to hear what other people have to say about it.
Definitely on our social medias, as we said, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Team Reelists. That's Team Team Reelists.
That's right.
I got that right. Or our website, Donnie. What's the website?
Why you gotta throw me under the bus like that?
The Realist Podcast at .libsyn.com.
I know it. I can say it. The Realist Podcast at Libsyn. What is it?
Not at Libsyn. It's okay. But yes, thank you everyone for listening. We hope you have a good one on enjoying this one, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks, guys. See you next time.